What is up, YouTube? How's it going? How's everybody doing? I'm sorry I'm a little late. I got stuck at work. I was going to do this at 8:30 and then what the line of work that I do if you're working on a big sale, you can't just be like, "Oh, hey, so and so coworker, can you finish this for me?" Because then you lose your commission off of it if somebody else is helping you with it. So, yeah. I didn't want to give anything up. I don't like to share. No. So I just had to finish my sale and then kind of rush on home and get to you guys. But this is going to be kind of a shorter live stream tonight just because it was kind of not planned. And I don't have any moderators tonight. Mr. Atomic is taking a shower. I did not even let Jim or Lisa or Snafu know because today was just so busy I didn't have a chance. Hey, Lynette, how you doing? BK for Truth, what's up? Hey, Dorinda. Hi, Lisa. Lynette says, I'll be good. Good. So, you guys, if for some reason somebody's being like a jerk or whatever, or saying stupid things in chat, just let me know. Do the @Atomic News like Lisa just did so that it highlights to me and I can see it. That way I'll have to go in and moderate myself. So, unless miraculously one of my moderators sees that I'm live and pops in, I didn't let them know. So, surprise, because I don't usually live stream on Mondays. But I was on my lunch break today, you guys, and I tell myself I shouldn't be I shouldn't be reading this while I'm at work, even though I'm on my break, because I get upset about the stupidity that comes out of the left. Okay, hi Nora, how's it going? I don't even have any notes. Like I didn't even make any notes. Like I just read some stuff at lunch, and I thought, oh my God, I need to get this off my chest. I'm so angry with these Democrat women right now, okay? And when I look at my analytics on YouTube, because I can see, all the statistics in regards to my channel, I'm like heavier on the side with women. Like I think it's like 60-40, 60% women, 40% men. It used to be like the opposite, so I don't know what happened there. But so I'm really curious tonight what the women think of how I feel about these Democrat women. And I want to see if you guys agree. And I'm also interested as far as what the men think too. But I don't know if I'm just being a witch or what. I don't know. You guys can tell me. But all right. So we know that Donald Trump pretty much told these Democrat congresswomen that if they don't like America, then they can go home. They can leave. Which I saw that. I saw that today. Snafu, you're here. Thank you. I was just saying I didn't tell any moderators that I was doing this tonight, so everybody needed to be good. But Snafu's in the house, so cool. Okay. So Snafu says, love what Trump said about them bimbos. Right. He said the truth, okay? They bitch about him. They bitch about the way this country is run. They bitch about Israel, okay? Like there really isn't anything those women don't bitch about, okay? And so oh, you're here, Black Bart. Okay, well, I thought you were gonna take a shower. Well, thanks. He's delaying his shower for this live stream. So Trump said basically while he was doing a little press conference type thing, if you don't like it, go back home. Go back to the countries you came from. Okay, referring to Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib, who are not born in America. I don't know where AOC was born. I'm sure she was probably born here. I don't think she came from another country. I think she's American. But these women just bitch, bitch, bitch. And it's really no different than, let's say you or I went to a McDonald's, okay? And McDonald's gave service that we didn't like, okay? I went to McDonald's. I didn't like this McDonald's. It's not clean. My order's never right. The staff is rude, blah, blah, blah. I could make up a whole bunch of things, right? And all I did was complain and complain and complain and complain to the manager. And then finally the manager decided, you know what? all this chick does is complain, right? So if she doesn't like this McDonald's, she can go somewhere else, right? I mean, that would be, that could possibly be a scenario that would happen, right? Now, would that manager be a racist or a bigot or a xenophobe because they told the customer who was unhappy to go somewhere else? No. Nobody would ever think that. Okay, well, maybe an extreme leftist, but your average normal person who has a rational way of thinking would not be like, oh, well, that manager at McDonald's is a racist, right? The only reason these women are calling him a bigot, racist, xenophobe, blah, 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 you know, that whole spiel that the left gives, that those words that don't mean anything anymore. The only reason why these women are saying that is because it's Donald Trump. If it was anybody else, they wouldn't be calling that person those names, guaranteed, okay? It's just because they don't like Donald Trump. So I was reading the tweets from these women, okay? And I'm gonna find one of them here real quick. Because they all of them tweeted various things throughout the day, you know, directed to Trump in regards to his comments. And in these tweets, they're pretty much pulling the race card, saying, oh, he's a racist, or oh, pulling the woman card, oh, it's because I'm a woman. And in my opinion, which I'm entitled to my opinion, and this is where I'd like to know your guys' opinion, is when a woman uses the woman card, or I call it the V card for vajayjay, all right? Uses the V card or uses the race card, it makes them look weak, okay? Women have fought for centuries for freedom and rights and equality to men. But then they're at their first chance, the first moment they have a clash with a man, if they pull that woman card or that race card or anything out and say, oh, it's because I'm a woman, or oh, it's because you're a racist, that makes them look so weak. And it, in my opinion, it degrades them. They're degrading themselves. And I think as a woman, it's embarrassing. And it embarrasses women. It weakens our level on the playing field. What do you guys think about that? I'd like to know. I see a lot of yeses and I agree. Is there anybody out there that disagrees with me? I'm curious. Do you think that I'm being like a total witch by thinking that way? I'm just curious, really. So you guys agree, you agree, okay? I think that these women, this trio, Rashida, Ilhan, and AOC, are making themselves look so weak. To me, this says, I have no cards to play, okay? I'm just gonna tap out here. I have no cards to play and nothing to come back with that is legit and relevant and true. So I'm going to pull the woman card. I'm going to pull the race card. I'm going to pull the religion card. Okay? And it just puts them at such a low level. And I am embarrassed as a woman that women like that are representing us. It disgusts me. Because as a woman, you know, and we've been fighting as a sex for centuries to say equal pay, equality to men, but oh, I'm this dainty little flower. You hurt my feelings. They need to shut the up, is what I think, okay? BK for Truth says, embarrassed as a woman. Thank you. Lib Live turnettes. Snafu. Sassy says leftist females are not real women. I agree. They're weak. It's a weakness. Like, if you're gonna be a woman and you're gonna, well, I say that like, as a choice. I mean, if you're a woman and you're gonna run for Congress or be in Congress or be in a position of power, you better be ready to rock and roll. And when the shit gets slung at you, you better be able to throw it back without being like, oh, I'm a woman. He just threw shit at me. All right? You better be rough and tough and make it happen. Let's see what some of these women said. We'll start with AOC, okay? Because she's the dumbest of them all. We'll start with the dumb girl. Let's see. Let me go. I have to scroll through her tweets here. She says, at Lindsey Graham, I see his biggest issue with Trump's racism is that it doesn't go far enough. Graham wants to bring back 1950s McCarthyism too. GOP is doing this because they have no plan for our future. We're the ones fighting for healthcare, education, good jobs, and they got nothing. You see how they like throw it out there and they try and deflect that it's actually them that they have nothing. They're the ones that have nothing. And they've proven that because they've done nothing. When Donald Trump called a national emergency, what did the Democrats do? Nothing. Because they didn't want to. They just wanted to make Donald Trump look bad. They didn't do squat. Nothing. And then now all of a sudden there's an emergency on the border, how we're treating people and blah, 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 blah. And Trump's such a bad person. It's the Trump administration. But what are they doing right now? Nothing. But they're going to flip that and make it, and point the finger back at the Republicans because that's all they know how to do. That is all the Democrats can accomplish. Point the finger, blame, and do nothing. Nothing. Okay, Rashida Tlaib says the squad, okay, because they've now nicknamed these women the squad. What is this, like Mean Girls? You can't sit with me. You can't sit with us. You're not wearing pink today. The squad is big, she said. If you share the values and believe in working for a more equitable and just world, you are part of the squad. No, don't ever associate me with part of that squad, okay? I do have values and I do want a more just world, but it doesn't include the Democrat squad or their thought process. Going back to AOC, who, by the way, she's still helping people that are supposed to be deported. Shorty says the douchebag. That's great. Vicky says the squad is communist. She's still giving out advice. All three of those women are still giving out advice to the people that are supposed to be deported on how to avoid, coming in contact with ICE, which they should all be arrested for it. Them and Veronica Escobar should be arrested too. There's a tweet that she retweeted that from somebody named Tanil, if I'm pronouncing it right. And this person said, ICE agents terrorized a New Jersey teenager throughout Sunday night. She knew not to open the door because of the Know Your Rights posts on social media from these politicians, okay? You guys, the people they're trying to deport right now are either criminals or have final removal orders. They've gotten their due process. Their asylum was denied, and they need to get out of here. Okay, Donald Trump is not doing anything illegal. ICE is not doing anything illegal. These are laws that were already existing and in place prior to the Trump administration. So they're saying that our US laws are a problem? Okay, well then let's change them. But don't point the finger and blame Donald Trump because he didn't make those laws. He didn't vote them into existence, okay? He's just enforcing US law, all right? And these women are obstructing justice, basically. The justice in getting these people out. But she says, until Republican officials denounce yesterday's explicitly racist statements, which should be easy, she says in parentheses, we sadly have no choice but to assume they condone it. It is extremely disturbing that the entire GOP caucus is silent. Is this their agenda? They're not commenting because nothing wrong was done. He didn't say anything racist, bigoted, or xenophobic. He simply pointed out factual information. Okay, these women have bagged on him. They have bagged on America. They have bagged on Israel. They have posted anti-Semitic tweets. He just reiterated what is already out there. So if they can't swallow the truth, they need to go look in the mirror and point the finger to see what the problem is, because the problem is them, not the fact that the Republicans aren't, acknowledging it, or because they haven't gotten an apology. They don't deserve an apology. The person that deserves an apology is Donald Trump, because they have continuously harassed this man. This is the most harassed president in the existence of this country. Shorty says, Atomic News, you should see Rebel Media questioning them. Rebel Media, are they on YouTube? Is that something I can find on YouTube? Satsy says, you got the point. Yeah. AOC also tweeted, it's important to note that the president's words yesterday telling 4 American congresswomen of color, she had to put that in there, of color. Who gives a shit what color your skin is? Okay, they had to make it racial because they got nothing else. They got no cards to play. But telling 4 American congresswomen of color, go back to your own country, is hallmark language of white supremacists. Trump feels comfortable leading the GOP into outright racism, and that should concern all Americans. No. Guess what? It doesn't concern all Americans. What they should be concerned about is the disgusting display coming from these women, the disgusting words that are coming from these women. They're setting such a poor example for young girls on how they should act in society. Okay, this is not how a strong, independent woman of power should be acting. And this is not what a strong, independent woman of power should be saying to the public, to future women, okay, young girls that will become women, okay? That's truly the only talent that these women have is talking shit. Okay, talking shit that isn't true. All right. And then Rashida Tlaib had to tweet, okay, ladies, now let's get information. What the fuck? Love to all my sisters in service. At home and in Congress, we only grow stronger, lifting each other up. Okay, that makes me want to vomit. All right. I guarantee you Rashida Tlaib was not a cheerleader. Okay. pretty sure her country, they don't have cheerleaders. I don't think that that's allowed by law. Okay. So don't act like a cheerleader if you don't know how to do it. And she clearly does not know how to cheer anybody on. Okay. Just saying. And then AOC puts out this like token tweet. Okay, token tweet here. You know what we're going to do tomorrow? Same thing we do every week. Fight for living wages and unions, a humane border, healthcare, education as rights, loosening the grip of corporate lobbyists on our democracy. Well, guess what? It's not a democracy. It's a republic. It's a republic, okay? But she wouldn't know that because she is really a bartender. She's really a bartender, okay? So that's her token tweet that isn't against the president. But I think it's funny that she says, we're going to do the same thing we do every week. And she says, fight for a humane border. Really? Because you've been doing that for how many weeks now? Like all the way back to when he declared national emergency, right? Oh, wait, no. That was the Republicans. I think she's confused. Oh, and here's another tweet from AOC because she's been tweeting all this kind of stuff for the last 24 hours. As the president showed off his white nationalism for the world to see, Team Ocasio dispatched Know Your Rights teams to show our neighbors how to protect their civil liberties with ICE and others. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like, when is this bitch gonna get arrested? All right, because she is flat out aiding and abetting now. She's aiding and abetting criminals is what she's doing. Because anybody who is still in this country after they've been given final removal orders is now a criminal. Okay, they may not have been before, but if you are avoiding being deported, I almost said deportated. I'm like, that's not a word, Laura. If you're avoiding on purpose being deported, you're a criminal now. Okay, you're basically wanted. Okay, so she is aiding and abetting criminals. But notice how she in a previous tweet she said white supremacy, and now it's white nationalism. Like, she can't even get her shit straight. All right. She doesn't remember what she said from one day to the next. Suddenly it's one thing and then tomorrow it's another. And then Rashida Tlaib tweets in the last 24 hours, what a response to a lawless and complete failure of a president. He is the crisis. His dangerous ideology is the crisis. He needs to be impeached. What laws has he broken? Can anybody name one? I'm just curious. I really am. Because, you know, they did determine no Russian collusion. So what law has Donald Trump broken? The answer is none. So the claim of lawless is fabricated. Complete failure? What complete failure? Really? Because our economy is the best it's like ever been? That's a failure? Because if it was a Democrat president in office right now, it definitely would not be, the economy would not be booming the way it is. The job market would not be what it is. The stock market would not be what it is, okay? That is attached directly to Donald Trump, all right? Failure, okay, he did, I'm sorry, what president crossed what country line? What president went into what country for the first time? Oh, that was North Korea. Yeah. Failure, huh? He's a failure? Sure. This dangerous ideology is the crisis. No, the crisis is the stupidity in Congress. The stupidity in Congress is the crisis. Women who think like this is a problem. All right? This is not a strong, independent, successful woman. This is weakness right here. People who have to go out there and attack a man on a daily basis multiple times a day, that's weakness. That's them feeling their own insecurities and pushing it out negatively on somebody else. That's what it is, okay? Ilhan Omar. Let's see, because I haven't read any of her tweets, and she's the one who I think mainly did their little press conference response. If you guys didn't see that, you'll have to go look for it and watch it. I just wanted to be like, it was garbage. It was garbage. Hey, there's 68 people in here. There's 68 people in here. 68 people in here. And 50 likes. If you haven't hit the like button, you guys make sure you hit that like button. She's responding to Donald Trump's tweet. Donald Trump tweeted, "So interesting to see progressive Democrat congresswomen who originally came from countries whose governments are a complete and total catastrophe, the worst, most corrupt, and inept anywhere in the world, if they even have a functioning government at all, now loudly and viciously telling the people of the United States, the greatest and most powerful nation on earth, how our government is to be run. Why don't they go back and help fix the totally broken and crime-infested places from which they came? They came back and show us how it is done. These places need your help badly. You can't leave fast enough. I'm sure that Nancy Pelosi would be very happy to quickly work out a free travel arrangement." Because they pissed off Nancy Pelosi. Watch, Nancy Pelosi is going to like buddy up to Donald Trump now. I think it's funny to watch this clown show. I mean, that's what it is. It's a clown show. But Ilhan Omar responds and says, "Mr. President, as members of Congress, the only country we swear an oath to is the United States, which is why we are fighting to protect it from the worst, most corrupt, and inept president we have ever seen." Okay, well, Ilhan, you haven't been here long enough to see that many presidents, so I'm just saying. But just because you don't like Donald Trump does not make him the worst president, does not make him corrupt or inept, okay? And that is what all of the Democrats who are against Donald Trump are doing. It's because they just don't like him. And they can't get their merry little way. So all they can do is attack, attack, attack. And that is a sad, sad, weak individual that does that, all right? So I could read tweets for like days here. I mean, the stupidity that comes out of these tweets, it just amazes me. So on my lunch break, I'm sitting there reading and I'm eating a bagel and cream cheese. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna be so damn fired up on my live stream tonight. And my boss is like, what? And I'm like, these Democrat women. I am so tired of their weak ass performance and making women look bad. So what do you guys think? If anybody wants to, like give me a call, you can. And I can put you live on the show and you can tell me what you guys think about these women. And if you think, what I think, or if you think something different, that's fine. Area code 480-216-6140. If anybody wants to call in and tell me what you think. Let's see. Let's read what some of you guys have here. Rhonda says, get on board the Trump train. Scott says, I'm tired of the race card every time you turn around. Thank you. I mean, I used that example of McDonald's earlier. If the McDonald's manager, sorry, I feel like I have a fuzz in my eye. If the McDonald's manager told a customer who is unhappy all the time to, go somewhere else, that doesn't make that McDonald's manager a racist. They just like to use it because it's Donald Trump. And David says, Atomic News, hello, Patriots. Yes, Jade, we swear to uphold the Constitution against foreign and domestic. That's right. And they are domestic terrorists. They are. Um, in a different way than, like, let's say the SPLC or the ACLU. There, I see them as domestic terrorists too, but in a different way. Um, because all these women can do is attack people. They don't really want to help anybody. If they did, they would have done it a long time ago. If they wanted to help somebody, they would have, when Donald Trump declared a national emergency, they would have gone to the border then. Not now, months later, okay? Some people will say better late than never. No, sorry. When a sitting president calls a national emergency, whether you agree with it or not, I mean, you should look into it. And sorry, I'm looking at my pants like these are new pants and they're like falling apart the drawstring. I'm like, what the hell? But if you disagree with what he says, that should give you even more reason to go and investigate it to prove him wrong, right? I mean, that's what I would think. But no, the Democrats, what did they do? They went on vacation during the national emergency. Yeah, they went on vacation and they had a lot of drinks. Yeah, they did nothing. They should have been on the border long ago. So for you to say that you suddenly care, I'm sorry, no. No. The only thing you care about is yourself and how you look to America. So it's like trying to tread water and stay afloat when you're sinking. That's what these women are. You guys, area code 480-216-6140. If anybody wants to call in, tell me what they think about the squad. AOC, Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, whatever it might be. You look pretty, girl. Ice ice baby. Selling drugs. Let's see. Brenda says they will be brought to justice as they are revealing themselves. Only dimwits will be surprised, right? That's true. The house of cards is already falling, Shorty said. Yes. They have no cards to play. They have nothing. Their candidates are horrible. Okay, Joe Biden has been in government for how long? And has accomplished nothing, really? And 49 years, Mr. Atomic says. And then now all of a sudden he thinks he's gonna cure cancer or some stupid shit like that. Really? Really? The Democrats prey on stupidity, okay? They love stupidity because the stupid people are the only ones that will vote for them, okay? Stupid people who don't really have the time, okay, or I should say uneducated, okay? Ignorant people who don't have the time to go and educate themselves on a subject, a topic, a problem, that just, hear something, go, oh, yeah, the sheep, bah, okay? That is who the Democrats love, all right? For a long time, it used to be the black community, but now the black community is waking up. And they're realizing the Democrats are not there for them. They keep promising them this, they keep promising them that, they dangle the carrot in front of them, and they get nothing. There's still, a lot of black Americans living in poor neighborhoods, living off the government, not working the best jobs. There are plenty that are successful too, but the Democrats love people who are held back because that's the only power they have, is those people that depend on them because they're stuck in that rut and can't get out and can't do anything for themselves. But the black community is waking up thanks to people like Candace Owens, and that's how the Brexit movement started. The Democrats have never been the party for African Americans. They've never been the party for any minority. They promise the world to them and they give them nothing except for illegals. So far, they've delivered on the illegals as far as health insurance in California. So that's starting at least. But the fact that they're giving out health insurance to illegals over Americans is disgusting and sick. It's sick. All right. And I think their plan in doing that, at least the way I see it, is they want to say, oh, well, you don't like that? Okay, well, we said we wanted health care for all. We'll give it, to everybody too. You just have to vote for us. That's how it works. Okay. And yeah, they could deliver that. They could do, health care for all, but you know what? We can't sustain that. We can't financially sustain that with all of these immigrants coming into our country. You guys have heard about it in Canada, people waiting forever. Okay, people waiting forever in Europe. What is this doing? I got weird screens popping up on my phone. Okay. I think it's okay. I don't know what was happening. You guys, I want to show you something. Hold on. Hold up. I don't want to knock my phone off because I am using my phone, but look at this. You see this? I got a laptop! We went and bought a laptop this weekend, Saturday night, I think it was, after we went out to the Starbucks in Tempe and then went to hold up Trump signs outside of the ICE office. We were on our way back home and we were like, let's stop at Walmart. And then I got my laptop. So I got my laptop, you guys. So eventually I'm going to be streaming on my laptop. And I won't be doing everything by my phone. I just have to connect with Excel, and he has to show me how to connect OBS to YouTube so I can stream through my computer. Oh, somebody's calling in. Here we go. Hold up. Okay, somebody just called from Texas, and for some reason your call disappeared. Call back. All right. I'm going to turn this up. But I think I just didn't hit answer fast enough. I apologize. Call back, whoever that was. So I got my laptop. Woohoo! So I'll be doing some more technical live streams hopefully in the future here. Whoever that was that called from Texas, call back. 480-216-6140. Whoever that was. I'm gonna wait a sec here before I... Oh, there we go.
Build that wall. Build that wall. Build that wall.
Hi, this is Atomic News.
Hello, Laura.
Hi, how's it going? Who's this?
This is David down in Texas.
Hey, what's up, David? How you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm so far so good.
Good. So what's up? Listen, what do you think about these women?
Oh my God! You know what I call them is the four. Well, I can't say that on your radio show. The popsicle is what I call them. Just add the popsicle. They think they're so smart. They're trying to redefine smart.
Right.
And not just that. They're using the English language like it's a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
They weaponized everything. They weaponized compassion, for God's sake.
Yes. Yes, you are absolutely right on that. I agree.
It's insane.
It is.
And every day you wake up, you think, well, this is going to be the day all the madness is going to stop. And no.
And then something new pops up, right?
No, they throw gas on the fire every day. And those four right there,
mm-hmm.
They're going to be, they're self-destruct mode. They're Will Robinson in self-destruct mode right there. They're not going to, I don't think they're going to be around much longer. I think everybody's going to have their fill of them and get their taste of what communism looks like.
Right.
And what true ignorance sounds like. And they're going to say, that's enough. We can't have any more of that. Right.
I definitely think AOC will get voted out next time. Mm-hmm. And, as far as the others, it may take longer just because they have such a big following with the Muslim community. But I think AOC, I forget who it was, but somebody interviewed just random people in AOC's district, and there really wasn't anybody that liked her or thought she was doing a good job.
that there wasn't that many people that voted in her district is what it ended up being. There was just 50 or 60 people that voted.
Right. Like I forget how it worked with her, but basically it was luck.
I think she was selected. I don't think she was elected. I think she was selected.
What's that? What do you mean by that?
Do what?
What do you mean by that?
Didn't you hear the story about them talking about they had interviews with a whole bunch of different people, and her brother signed her up on the list, and they went down the list interviewing people. Well, they come across her and they really liked her. I don't remember where I heard that.
Oh, I have heard something like that too. Yeah.
Now, if it's true, I don't know, but you know what? It sounds about right.
Right.
Look how many people they've got up there on the Democrat stage. They're throwing mud to see what'll stick. Right. And none of them have a plan. All of them is F Trump. That's it.
That's it.
Let me tell you a little story. Let me tell you a little story about my friend. I don't know if you ever heard of Burt Wills, the musician Burt Wills. But he's a local musician, and he signed with Jimmy Buffett's label.
Oh, okay.
Well, that was before Trump was elected. Well, he got along. He did 3 CD LPs, and they went into market and they went to sell. Well, Trump got elected. He said Jimmy Buffett's label fell to pieces. He's not booking anybody. He's not doing anything. And Bert told me that he was told, this is his words, we'll get back to normal as quick as we get rid of this guy.
Really? Wow.
Now, can you believe that is a true story? That was Bert and I have been friends for a lot of years, and he just told me about that just the other day.
I wonder what I mean, Trump even has to do with any of that, because everything else is booming, as far as business and
they're liberals, honey. They're liberals, and they don't want him around.
Okay.
He said everybody in the music industry, no matter where you're at, or unless you're in Nashville,
right,
are liberal.
That makes sense. Okay, that makes sense.
And he said Jimmy Buffett and all that crowd are super, super liberal.
Oh, no, don't tell me that about Jimmy Buffett. I love Jimmy Buffett.
I mean, he told me that the whole industry, his whole company is falling to pieces because they are so concentrated on getting at Trump.
Right. That they're not focusing on anything else.
That'll kind of bend your mind a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I wanted to call in. I see you all the time, and I just wanted to call in and say, hey.
Well, awesome. I'm glad you called in. Thanks for calling in.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to keep you. I'll let you get to somebody else.
All right. You have a good night.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, he was nice. Of course, I say that about all my callers, but he really was a nice guy. And I like taking calls on this new phone because it comes in more clear and it's louder than that little cheap burner phone that I had. So I like the fact that I have this now and that the calls are much clearer now for you guys to hear. Cause I know back when I used to, in Illinois, when I do my live streams from my bed and I'd hold that phone up to the other phone and I'd be like listening and I'd be like, and sometimes you guys couldn't hear. So I think that this phone is working very well. Somebody else wants to call in. I think I can take like one more call. And I know my batteries are low here cause I didn't, I was at work all day and my phone. Oh, here we go.
That wall. Build that.
Hi, this is Atomic News.
Hello.
Who's this?
This is Philip.
Hello, Philip. Where are you calling from? Fort Worth, Texas?
Yeah.
All right. What you got to say today? What do you think about these girls?
I've been watching this. I'm pretty frustrated about everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm almost 70 years old. And, I worked for the railroad for about 40 years as an engineer in Central Texas. And I've seen it all, the immigrants on the trains and stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty frustrating.
Right.
Trying to get them off over the years. And I've seen like 20 of them come out of a cab locomotive.
Right.
And it's dangerous having them on there. You don't want to run over them, and they're arrogant. climbing over the tops of cars and
Mm-hmm.
things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's overwhelming. You know, I stopped a train one time in the middle of a town and had the police down there, and there were so many of them down there that they finally gave up. I said, just take the train on because there's nothing they could do about it. You know, that was 15, 20 years ago. And,
Mm-hmm.
it's, you know, the attitude with everything is, you know, you just get to where you kind of throw your hands up about it.
Right, right.
You know, down there with the wall and everything, and the attitude of people, they just don't understand what's going on.
Yeah. Do you think when these women like use the race card and the "Oh, I'm a woman" card that do you think it weakens them or makes them?
Yeah, I think it does. I think what the problem is, if you don't stop it somewhere, it's an endless cycle. You bring them back up here. They send the MS-13 down there. It brings more gangs up here,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't understand the attitude of the people down there. The attitude that they have coming up here is they think that they're going to take this country over.
Mm-hmm.
They don't think they're coming up here for a sanctuary. They think they're coming up here to make it their country.
Mm-hmm.
And the people just don't understand that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know these people. I've raised two boys from Mexico, and you know, you want to help them. They came up when they're 7 and 8,
Mm-hmm.
and they were, you know, they don't like it that they came here. That Mexico was their home country.
Right, right.
So they have an attitude, you know. They don't like it up here that they won't speak Spanish. When they get here, they feel isolated because the people up here are not their people.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're in grade school and stuff, they isolate to others that are their own people. People don't understand that.
Mm-hmm.
And when they're in their, they flock together. And as they get older, this isolation, they get together. And the thing that surprised me today with those four ladies up there in Congress use the term squad. I don't know. I was trying to type it on there. It really got to me. They use that term.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because I'm familiar with that term squad. These boys were going, and when they got into junior high, you know, of course, the Xbox thing came out, and I thought it was the Grand Theft Auto and those rebellious games they got into, but that tied into the crowds that were hanging out in the schools. They started, you know, hanging around together in their little groups, and come to find out they were calling them squads. You know, I slowly started to catch this terminology of squads.
Mm-hmm.
And they would get out there and they would rob houses, and they would, you know, buy dope. They would sell dope. They'd get kicked out of school constantly. I'd have to go down there and talk to the police officer in the school. I'd be there early in the morning. I'd look at the officer's desk, and it'd be full of bags of marijuana and other drugs that he confiscated that morning from the kids at the school. And I'd ask them what they do about it, and they said they wouldn't do anything but confiscate it and then send them to alternative school. And these kids would grow up in their little squads, and then they would drive down the street, and they'd have a gun that they would have stolen, and they just, you know, shoot it in the air and shell casings in the street. And of course, the police wouldn't do anything to them.
So calling them a squad is almost derogatory, huh?
Well, it's the same thing as MS-13, only it's a nice softer thing. It's like a Boy Scout or something, only they're in a squad.
Right.
You can go to any school in this country, and
you don't hear the term, gang during the little squad.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got an apartment complex here in Fort Worth that's been known as one of the most deadly complexes in Fort Worth. There's been about 5 murders in the last year or so down there. And I was talking to one of the community police officers down there, and just, I said, well, what's going on over there? And he just kind of flippantly said, well, it's one of those squads, and I knew exactly what he was talking about.
Right, right.
So the term squad is, it's a kind of a universal thing for what's going on with these mini gangs, and they're all over the country. So I was really shocked to hear them today to use the term squad coming out of those women from Congress.
Right, right.
And it goes to show you how far this thing has gone.
Mm-hmm.
This whole thing is a criminal thing. I could see this.
So it's almost fitting for them, huh? It's a fitting name then. Yeah. Well, all right, hon. Well, we've hit that 5-minute mark, so I just want to let you know that I appreciate you calling in tonight.
Sure.
And thanks for watching too.
Thanks for letting me get this out. I just had to say something.
No problem. I'm glad you called in. I hope you have a good night, okay?
You too.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. He's a nice guy too. I love how somebody called him, what was it, the ugly dog? Hold on, what was that? Oh, where did I see that? And I was just laughing. The Un-American Ugly Dog Squad. That's what American Jim called them. I love it. By the way, I wanted to go back and say thank you to Nora. I didn't have a chance to say thank you to Nora, who did a super chat earlier today, the $2 super chat a little while back. Thank you, Nora, for supporting the channel. I can't remember if you wrote a comment. Let me go back and see if I can find it so I can read it. Oh, she says, yay, so glad you got the laptop. Thank you. We're getting there. And guess what, you guys? I got a gimbal. Yes. So that when I'm filming for you guys, like whether it be, on the street or down at the border or whatever, my phone is not like, shh, and all jiggy mess, and where you get motion sick when you watch the video. So it'll stabilize the phone. I'm just going to have Mr. Atomic help me with that because, okay, that's not I'm not real technical, and he's the machinist, so he'd probably be able to figure that out before I would. I think as I get older, I just don't have patience anymore for that kind of a thing. That and like computer technology, I'm like, that's why I need Excel to help me link the OBS to YouTube so I can stream through the laptop for you guys. David said life is a gimbal. Let's see here. Hey TKO, I see ya. Mr. Atomic says you've never been a patient woman. No, I want instant gratification. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Yeah, if you don't, I know some of my viewers don't have Twitter. I used to post every night Trump's tweets from that day. And I know some people really like that because they're like, thank you, I don't have Twitter and I can finally see what people are talking about, right? And, when people are like, oh, Trump tweeted this or Trump tweeted that. Is there anybody out there that doesn't have Twitter that wants to see like all these stupid tweets from the left? Because I could make a little slideshow and put them like into a video for you guys if there is somebody. If there's like, a bunch of people that, really want to see those, I can do that. So just let me know. You guys don't forget, in the description box below is my P.O. box. I still would like photos from all my viewers. Okay. So I can decorate up here. I've got 2 so far. All right. 2 so far. And if you could write on your photo on the back your YouTube name and what state you're from, just so I can kind of get an idea of where, everybody is. You can send it to my P.O. box, or my email address is there. You can send it to me via email and I can just print it out. Because eventually when I get a bunch of them, I'm going to start putting them all up here so you guys can see my crew. The atomic bombs, that's what I call you guys, my atomic bombs. And then don't forget, my telephone number is down there in the description box below too. Some people call me like in the middle of the night. Okay, I'm not gonna answer the phone in the middle of the night, guys. But you can always send me articles, send me links, text me something. Hey, I saw this Atomic. What do you think about that? And I do get your messages. I do get all your emails. It's just life is crazy. I work in retail and my shift varies every week. It's never my schedule is never the same from week to week. And then, I'm YouTubing and whatnot. So I don't always have the time to respond, but I want all of you to know that I do read what you send me. So I appreciate that. Let's see. Just to follow Trump. Lynn says, I joined Twitter just to follow Trump and have grown from there. It's been a necessary evil, right? And I'll respond to all these stupid tweets. Like, if you guys follow me on Twitter, you can see me be totally nasty to these women and tell them that they're an embarrassment to women. Okay, because I tell them exactly how it is. I'm probably really negative. Let's see. Oh, Rhonda's from Alabama. Hi, Alabama's in the house. Let me see if there's anything else. Victor says they're traitors. RGT calls them the 4 scrubs, right? I always say the 4 bitches or the 4 hoes. That's what I say. Yeah. So we didn't get a chance to go down to the border this past weekend because we were a little shorthanded at work, and I ended up volunteering to work. And Mr. Atomic had to fix something on my car anyway, so that little trip to the border got a little postponed. I do have some weekend days coming up in the near future, like in the next couple of weeks, so we may shoot on over to the border then. That way I can try and get you guys some more footage. I hope you guys, we didn't do much in the Starbucks other than, go in there and kind of get a feel for things, all trumped up in our Trump gear. That Starbucks in Tempe that kicked out the 6 cops on the 4th of July because a customer didn't feel safe or didn't feel comfortable with them being in there. We just wanted to see how they would react to us. They were actually very polite. They were very nice. And then Snafu, questioned them, hey, why did you kick them out and whatnot? And I got that on footage, and I shared that for you guys on my channel. I know somebody was asking too that same day, how is Paloma? Because Paloma got pushed down and she skinned her knee and was bleeding on that day where all those protests happened in regards to ICE. As far as I know, she's doing really well. I haven't talked to her in about a week, but as far as I know, she's doing okay. It's not that bad. So for whoever it was that was asking about that, just so you know. And then I thought over the weekend when we were out in front of the ICE building, I thought it was really funny because it was just funny seeing the reaction to that people gave us. We got all the cops, fire trucks that passed by, they were honking at us and they were like, yeah, and that type of thing. And even the light rail trains, a few of those honked for us. We got some people that yelled out the window, fuck Trump, and some people that gave us the middle finger and whatnot. And so it was funny. It was funny. And it was just the 4 of us on the corner too. I thought it was humorous. So we're definitely going to do that again, I think, especially in a busier place. We're thinking about doing it in Tempe on a Friday or Saturday night on Mill Avenue, because there's a lot of people that are out. There's restaurants and bars and little shops and whatnot, so it's kind of a hot spot. And that area of the Phoenix metro kind of world is super liberal. So we definitely want to go and trigger some liberals again, and then maybe interview some people again. So me and Snafu and Mr. Atomic will definitely be doing that again sometime soon. So we'll get some interesting footage for you guys. Because, you know, why not? So, stay tuned for, you know, that kind of a thing. You know, we're finally getting into the swing of things here in Phoenix. So, my next live stream is probably going to be this weekend. I don't know exactly which day and exactly which time. You're going to have to watch that community section. I will update everything in the community section like I did tonight. I originally said 8:30 for tonight, and then I had to change it, and I'm like 9 o'clock. So watch that, and I will update you guys. And then if you haven't already hit the like button, you guys hit that like button. If you're not already subscribed, hit subscribe. Hit that bell icon and make sure it's set to all notifications so that you don't miss my notifications when I'm live or upload a video, okay? I hope you guys all have a great night, and we'll see what comes out from the squad in the future. So until then, you guys, peace out.